Okay, so let's continue further. In the previous class session, we have seen our B tree, and now let's start with B plus tree. We understood in the previous class why we switch to B plus tree. Why? So why? What's the drawback limitation of B tree? And we understood that when we want to access the data in the sequential manner, that's a shortened manner, B tree actually gave the time complexity, or we say the access cost is much high in that case, and due to that reason we switch to B plus tree, right? Okay, so P remains the same. We know the term, that is P is basically the order. Order means the maximum possible pointer which can stored in your B plus tree node, right? That is what already. See the node structure now. So what is the node structure of your B plus? First, let's see the leaf node. See, there is a difference, right? And what's the difference is the leaf node of your B plus tree, something like this. You have key and record like this, k p minus 1 r p minus 1. See, you have the combination of key and record, key value, right? So key record combination is there in the block, and after this you have a single block pointer. So what we saw in B tree, for every record we have a block pointer, right? So for example, if we have P record, P number of records, then we have one more block pointer, P plus one block pointer. That is what we have seen, right? But here in every leaf node, we have exactly one block pointer. Remember that, right? So it consists of key and record pointer pairs, and one block pointer is pointed to the next leaf node. This will be pointing to the next leaf node. So basically all the leaf nodes will be connected to each other with the help of a single block pointer having every node, leaf node, right? And about internal node, how it is different, right? Internal, remember, internal node consists of only key and block pointers over here, right? So see, for example, mm, block pointer b1 and your key bp minus 1 and k p minus 1 and then your bp. So what's missing here? The record pointer. In internal node, there is no record pointer. We have only K1, not R1. So this is the difference. We have the block pointer, difference between B and B plus tree, right? So here all the values. So in the same way, if X is the value, then it should be, it may be, and understand one thing, when the splitting part in the B plus tree node, we'll split the internal nodes and the leaf node. The splitting part is basically divided into two categories. One is called left biasing and other is your right biasing, right? So left biasing means whenever you split, right, and the new node you will get, you will keep the value, so repeating the copy of your value on the left side of your node, right? So that is your left biasing. So here the values will understand with the help of an example. K1 less than your X and less than equal to K2, that way, right? And the last one will be your same, your X value is basically greater than equal to Kp minus 1. This is for your left biasing, right? For right biasing, your X value will be less than K1, not equal to. But here, this value will change from what, less than X is greater than equal to K1. And this is now less than K2, this way, right? And this is only greater than kp minus 1. Yeah, there is not equal to, right? Because we are doing on the left side, here it will be equal to kp minus 1. This is for right biasing, right? So we'll see with the help of an example, right? But remember, balancing condition, this is an important statement. Balancing condition of b plus tree is same as b tree condition, right? That remains the same. Okay, so let me give an example of your b tree and b plus tree node. So for B tree, see how it is. You have the node, you have the block pointer, 25, then you have some record pointer, and in that way you have rest of the node, right? So these values will be what? This way, greater than 25 and less than 25, all the element, right? For example, here the values are, let's say, 10 with some record pointer value, right? Then 20 record pointer value, and so on. Yes or no? And these values will be what? Greater than 25, right? So for example, it can be 30, 30, let's say this is the record pointer, 35 record pointer, and so on, this way, right? So this is what B tree, and this internal node construction and leaf node construction is same, right? We have the key record and the key value, and then we have the block pointer, all things. So this remain the same for the all the node, right? So in any tree we have three different type of node actually, remember, right? One is your leaf node, that is on the top. Another is after leaf we have the internal node, and in the last level we have the leaf node, right? So these are what. But for B tree, see, B plus tree, sorry, so what's the difference? Your node, that is including leaf node or say the internal node, will looks like this. You have 25 only here, and the rest of the values there is no record pointer, right? These values again greater than equal to, if you are what using this side less than equal to, right? So left biasing, you are keeping the values in the left direction. You have the values, just a minute. All the values here will be less than 25, right? So we have 10. See, here we have the record pointer, not in the node internal or leaf node. We have in the leaf, sorry, internal and the root. We have the record pointer in the leaf only. And we have 20, let's say, and the record pointer, 25. And the here we have block pointer. This will point to the next block, that is here. Means the leaf node are all interconnected with each other, right? We have 30 record pointer, 35 record pointer, and so on, right? So all keys are in the leaf here, remember. These are the record pointer, and then we have the record, and in that way all the records are connected over here, right? Okay, so regarding the construction of a leaf node, splitting. Remember when we split the leaf node, right? So we'll see during splitting of leaf node, we are going to keep the copy of your the element that is being split, right? So for example, it is here. You have the values, let's say 5, 7, 10, 12, right? Okay, so yeah, fine. And you get some value. For example, you want to insert 15, right? The order is you can keep that at most four key element here, right? So if you accommodate the 15 part will come here, it will go to the overflow condition, right? And then you are going to take the middle, say the mode element on the top, that is as a root, right? So we'll get 10 over here, right? And then see, when you will split, right? So we will split, then use either left biasing or right biasing, right? So remember in the very beginning, whatever biasing technique you have selected in the entire process, you have to use the same one, right? If I'm using the left biasing here, so the element will be 5, 7, and 10. I have kept on the left side, and the rest of the element here as it is 12 and 15, right? So this is the process of splitting. But remember, this only happen when there is a leaf node splitting. For internal node, I told you, right? So for internal node, the split is same as your B tree split, right? So internal splitting of B plus tree is same as your B tree internal node splitting, right? Okay. If you remember in the previous class, we took an example and we constructed the B tree with the same. Let's see how to construct your B plus tree now, right? So let's see an example. Order equals to 4, right? Yeah, sequence of keys 20, 60, 40, 80, and so on. Now let's see how we perform the insertion in B plus. So first enter, the order is 4. It means what? You can have 4 child, but the data is only 4 minus 1. That is your data. How many data, or say the record pointer you can keep is 4 minus 1. That is 3 max to max. Right. So when we put some first 3 values, that is what 20, 40, and 60 in a node. Right, there is no issue, there is no overflow condition, same rule, right? There is no overflow. But when we insert 80 in this one, when we insert 80, what will happen? 20, 40, 60, 80. And see, this is what overflow. Now we can store only 3 records, say the data, but we have 4 now. So what we have to do, perform the split, right? So let's say you take out this 40 on the top, you can take 60 also. But remember, whatever method you follow in the very beginning, the entire process you have to keep the same. 40 will go on the top, right? And now you have to use which biasing you want to follow, that is left or right. So now let's see, if I follow the left biasing, then what? 20 will be here and 40 will be here. The rest element here as it is 60 and 80. Right. And see, after this one, there is a block pointer pointing to here. Right. So this is the way. And then let's say we have the input to 80 is done 30. So when 30 will come, it will 30 is less than this, it will come over here and it will adjust over. So we have 20, 30, and then 40. Right, so there is no overflow. Fine, let's move on next. After 30 we have 70. 70 is greater than 40, will go in this direction and then add on here. So 60, 70, and 80, we have this. So there is still no overflow, right? So we inserted what, 30 and 70. But when we give 90, it will go over here, greater than 40, move on here, and it will add over here. So we have 60, 70, 80, and 90. So now we have these values in this node. So basically what? Overflow, right? So we take this one over here and see the split is in the leaf node. Remember, split is there in the leaf node, right? So we'll take 70 above. What we'll get? 40, 70 over here, right? This side keep them as it is, 20, 40 here, right? And now this one, right, on the 70s left side, this one, what element we have? Since we have formed left biasing, so 60 remain as it is, plus 70 also, right? And this will point to the next point block, that is over here, the elements 80 and 90 as it is. This points to this one, right? Understood? Any doubts so far? Just let me know. Okay, so now let's insert the next values. We have inserted till 70, now 90. Okay, 90 is also done. 10, so 10 will come here, it's less than, so it will add on here 10, 20, and 40, no overflow. Then 25, 25 again less than this, so we'll come here, but we'll get 10, 20, 25, and 40. So now this is what? Overflow condition, right? Again overflow at the leaf node, right? So we'll split, take 20 on the top. So what we'll get? 20, 40, and 70 here, right? And then on the left side of 20, that is left biasing, so 10 and 20 here, right? Now on this one, what elements we have? 40, that is you split with 20, right? On the 20 right side, 25 and 40 here, and this will point to this. Right, any doubt so far? So we have taken this on the upward, right? So 20 will go up and 10, 20 will be splitted over here, right? So with 40, mm, okay, okay, let's move on. And for this one we have done, for these two will remain as it is. Okay, Let me check. Wait. Okay, fine. So, what are the rest of the elements over here? Just hold on. Let me know if we are doing correct. Are we doing correct? Yeah, I guess. Have we inserted 30? Yeah, we inserted 30, I guess, but we didn't include it. After this one, we move on to here, 10, 25. Okay, then we have 40 and 70. On this side, we have taken 10, 20. See, there we have committed some mistake, I guess. Right, from 1470, this one, right? Let me just again go back because 30 is missing, I saw, right? In this one we have 40 over here, that's fine. And when we inserted 20, 30, 40, it's okay. So there 30 we missed. See, this is the way, I mean, if you will forget any key, then complete wrong will be there, right? So here what we are left with 60, 70, 80 and 90. That's fine right now. Okay. So now this is what overflow. So we take the 70 over on the top. We have 40, 70 in this way, right? So this side 20. Yeah, 30 is also there, right? 20, 30 and 40 here. Okay. And in this one, when we split, we have 60, 70 left biasing and the rest of the element here as it is 80 and 90, right? So you point this block pointer here and this way it should be right. So understood, right? So because we have missed over here, right? So this is the reason. Actually, see, remember one thing when you will solve the question, right? So for the first time I have just written in this one over here. If you take more step and you continue, right? So once you have practice, then probably you can do in this way, but still you can commit the mistake, right? So in the very beginning you just try to write whenever you insert a new, and whenever there is an overflow condition, right? Probably if you miss values, then definitely you will reach to the wrong answer. Okay, so at this stage we have this value 60, 70, 80, 90. Okay, so far good. Okay, so the last inserted value was what, 70, right? So after 70 we have 90. We have inserted, okay fine, 10 we didn't inserted 10. So when we move to the 10, it will come here. So 10, 20, 30 and 40. Now this is overflow, right? So this is our overflow. We take the 20 on the top. We have 20, 40 and 70, and take the values. Since we are doing left biasing, so 10 and 20 will be here. And in this one, the rest of the element, that is 30 and 40. And here the same, 60, 70, and for this one 80, 90. Okay. And you take the block pointers in this way. uh yeah, still so far so good. We have inserted 10. Now let's 25. We insert the 25 over here. It will go 25 is greater than 20, less than 40 will come here, right? So 25, 30 and 40, so it's all good. Take the next value 85. 85 is greater than 70, so it will come here, change to 80, 85 and then 90. So no issues. Then 75. So when 75 will come over here, right? So it's again greater than this 70, right? So now see the change. 75 will come here. So we'll get 75, 80, 85 and 90. So this is overflow. You take the 80 on the top. See what we'll get when we take the 80. First write that. We get 20, 40, 70 and 80. Now let's write the values, rest of the values as it is, right? Okay, so we have 60 and 70. And then see for this one, right? So this is over here, so we have split it. So what will be this value? Since 80 we have taken on the top, so left biasing is 75 and 80 will keep the key over here the same. And for this one we have the rest of the value 85 and 90. But now check, see this node, this is what overflow, isn't it? So we'll take this on the top, but we'll get top 40 over here, and then 20, and then 70, 80. See, we didn't taken the value 40 over here. So that is the difference. When we split the leaf node, only in that case we take the copy of the node, right? But for a split of internal node, we never take, remember this thing, because this is a very minute mistake. And in flow, when you solve question, you might forget. Here also you try to maintain the copy and you will stuck after that. You won't be able to complete, right? So let's write the same rest of the values as it is here, that is 30 and 40 with block pointer, right? And here we have what value? 60, 70. Likewise here we have 75 and 80, and for this we have 85 and 90. So this is what your B plus tree now, right? So the thing is, remember how we keep the nodes value when we split, whether it's internal node or it is your um, leaf node, right? Say B plus tree index is best suitable for random access of your any record, and even for sequential, because for random, okay, B tree was all fine. B plus tree is also fine with random, but for sequential access, it's more, it's more better perfect than B tree node, right? Because for sequential, if you want to access 20, okay, that's fine. You have reach to the 20 here right now. Then let's say after 20, you want to access 30, 40, and 60 in line, right? So once you are on the node 20, you can directly go to the 30, 40, and then 16 this way. You are not required to go back to the 40, then 20 this side, and then you select the values, right? So means the sequential access is modified and say it's improved over here. IO cost same, K for your searching the block and +1 from block to your the database record file, right? So okay, I think, let me know if there is any doubt in this one. This is how we construct your B plus tree over here. But the question will be okay, one type of question is they used to ask, given the values, these key values, right? And you need to make the B plus tree, right? Please take care of these values so don't commit mistake, right? If you have understood the things properly and you are committing the mistake, you will get to know where you are going wrong, right? Right after one or two step. Okay, so one type of question is they will be ask you to construct the B plus or B tree based on the given key values like this. They will provide you the order, right? But there is more different, or say more logical and more or less complicated type of questions that are generally used to ask related to your B and B plus tree, right? These type of questions are very likely to be asked in your competitive exams. I mean, you will check out every year there is a question they used to ask from this one, right? And even you can get it from in your BTech syllabus as well, right? Let's see what are those. In this one, see, what we have understood is in the previous question example, we were given the key values, or say the key values, right? And we were given the order also. We understood what is the order, that's the maximum possible child we can get from a single node, right? But now we need to find the order here, and we will be given the values. For example, you are given the block size. The block size is, let's say, 1024 byte, and the search key, the size of your search key, that is, let's say, 12 byte. Also given block pointer, size of your block pointer, that is, let's say, 10 byte, and your record pointer size is your 15 byte. These are the set of values which are given to you, right? Here they will define, it is very important to define the order that actually it is given to you and what they are asking from you. For example, the question says the order P is what? Maximum possible. Order P is your maximum possible block pointer per node. See, the question answer change on this line only, right? Here it is saying that if P is the order and order says that it's the maximum possible blocks pointer per node, right? Then best possible what is the best possible order of B tree node? We need to find this P value, right? Question says you are given the block size, right? So you have some block. See, you make the block, right? This size is given 1024, right? The search key in the block, you have the search key, right? And the block pointer. This is what the block pointer. The size of this block pointer is given, this one over here, and you have record pointer and search key, right? So we have record pointer is there inside this one, and then you have the search key, the value pair. So every information about the node is given actually, right? And it is asking you what should be the P, the maximum possible order actually, right? So what can be maximum possible order of your B tree node, right? So how you will find out the order in this case now, right? So, okay, understand. We need to visualize or understand what actually the information we get from a node. Let's say this is the node of your B tree, right? So understand properly. This is very important and you get a lot of questions, right? The question says that order P is the maximum possible block pointer per node, right? So now let's say if P is my what? Size of my block pointer. This is what the order actually, order of my block pointer, right? So P times block pointer, right? So whatever the size of my complete all the block pointer plus we see in a node what we have block pointers and other is your what we have key and your record pointer, right? So your key is what? Let's say k is the key plus record pointer is your rp, right? So these values you have these are actually size. Arithmetic sum is mean the size of complete the key and the record. If we have p number of block pointer, then how many number of key plus block record pointer we will have in the node? That is what? P minus 1. See, understand. In a block, if we say order is, let's say 4, means what? 4 block pointers you have, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 block pointers you have. Then how many record pointer you have? 1, 2, 3. That is 1 minus record pointer, say the data how many, that is 4 minus 1 equals to 3. That is if we have p number, because the order we don't know, this is a number. If we have the p block pointer, then we'll have p minus 1 key plus record pointer, right? So this complete size, this is the sum of your size, is value should be less than equal to this block size. This is what? 1024, right? Less than equal to, it can be less than or it can be even equal to, right? So let's put the values we are given. See, p value we don't know, times block pointer we know, block pointer that is 10 plus p minus 1 times key value is what? Search key is 12, right? 12 plus record pointer, that is what? Record pointer 15. This value should be less than equal to 1024 and this becomes a simple inequality, right? So we solve it. 10p plus p minus 1 times what's the value? 27 less than equal to 1024, right? So we'll solve it's around 37p less than equal to 1051. You'll get this. So take the value p less than equal to 1051 by 37. Remember, take what? Floor value, right? And that is equal to 28 point something, means 28. So 28 is the maximum block pointer per node that we can have. This is our maximum possible block pointer per node. So this is the way how you get the question, right? See, these are the questions that are generally used to ask. See, understand one thing. I have given you this information. I have directly given you the information, but in the exam, this information will be given you in 10 lines, let's say 12 lines. There will be a story, big story. And this is what the information you need to extract out of that. And that's why you see that whenever you get a question from B or B plus 3 of that format, right? So the length is that much higher. You just lose your confidence and say the and you just think that it's a very difficult question, right? And ultimate the question is very easy. You need to just solve an inequality, right? So and the question contains a very good marks even as well. You can fetch the maximum marks per question in any exam, right? In gate you may find this question of integer type of 2 marks, right? Okay, just for practice, let's say another question. The size of your block is 512 byte. The key size is, let's say, 10 byte. And it says that the block pointer value is equals to 9 byte, as well as record point value is equal to 9 byte. Same, they have the same value. We'll get to a conclusion what happens when the size of block pointer equals to size of record pointer. That's a very beautiful result, right? Okay, so question says that if the order P is what? See, remember one thing, I'm again focusing on, you need to concentrate on what value of P is given, right? See, the question says the order P is what? The maximum possible key that can store in your B tree node. See, this is what? This is the key value. In the previous question, the order was given what? Here. It was given as the block pointer. There is a difference, right? Now see how the difference will come. We need to find out what is best possible order of B tree node, right? So how we'll find out? Again, we need to find of B tree node, right? See, let's say there is a node of B tree. The question says that maximum possible P is given, right? P is given of the key. In B tree node, we have K as your key plus what? Record pointer. This is given. This order is given. That is what? Times P. This is a key value, possible key, right? So key is basically the summation of both, right? Then in the node of B tree, we have block pointer also. If P is the number of your key, say the order of your P, then how many block pointer we have? Same here. If order is, let's say if data is what? 3 data we have. What order we can have? 3 plus 1. Yes or no? In the reverse way. If we have the P possible, maximum possible key, then block pointer will be what? P plus 1. Right? And this value is complete 512, less than equal to 512. So what we get? P plus 1 times block pointer plus P times K plus record pointer value less than equal to 512. That way, right? So now simply you can solve the value and find the value for P over here, right? Okay, let's see one question of your internal node, because this formula will change. Everything is about this formula, right? So what, I will not take the value, rather I will just tell you the how the formula will be. For example, we given all the same values, right? But again, focus on the order P, what actually the value of order P is. The P says that the maximum possible pointer per node. This is for your B plus tree, not B tree, right? So what is the best possible order of B plus tree? Now first check for internal. See, we saw everything, whether starting from your internal nodes or to the leaf node, everything is different of B plus tree than your B tree. For internal node, see what the formula will look like. It is saying that order P is what? P is for your pointer, that is block pointer. So if P times block pointer is there, then we see in internal node, we saw that do we have the record pointer? No, we have only key. In the B plus tree, we saw that we have only key in the internal node construction. See, we have only key here. There is no record pointer, that we have only block pointer and key, right? So here we have only key. Then what will be this? How many? That is what? P minus 1. Same logic, right? And you are given with, you will be given the maximum size of block. The same way, very important for your leaf. What formula will be for your leaf node, right? In leaf node of your B plus tree, how many block pointer you have? How many block pointer we have? Only one, isn't it? Right? So we saw here, after at the end we have only one block pointer that is pointing to the next node here. Or there is no other block pointer, right? So we have one times block pointer plus, but we have record pointer also and plus key also. Yes or no? Right? See here, we have in the very last at the end we have the record pointer, because after this we have the database and we'll point the values in this one, right? So we have key as well as record pointer, right? Now how many? If one we have, see, total we have p, the size will p, right? One we have for block pointer, the rest will be p minus 1 for your key and the record pointer. And your formula will be simple block pointer plus p minus 1, and this minimum list value will be given less than equal to your block size. So in this way you can find out or the order of this, right? Okay, see, there are different possible questions. So there are different type of questions also. One of the question is you need to find out in the level. So probably we'll see uh, how we solve more type of question that is also very famous in B and B plus T, and they generally used to ask, right? If you have 5 levels, right, and if your order is your this order, right, but these are the many node you can have in the leaf, then in total at the in the total 5 level, what is the total number of your record pointers, right? So what is the total number of maximum nodes that you can have in the B tree and B plus tree? So these questions are also very very frequently asked in the exams, right? And these are very scoring also and very logical also. You just need to frame the formulas and all. So in the next class, for the next class, I'm going to uploading a question video that will be covering all the questions, so same type, and you will be going to get the question, and very frequent in your competitive or any other exam, and but also it's very important from your BTech point of view, right? And with this one, actually there is a small topic of bulk loading also, how we perform the bulk loading in B plus tree, that is work bottom up approach. So I'm going to put the same video for bulk loading as well, right? So that's a small concept. We'll try to solve a question as well. And with this one, we have just finished our syllabus to almost around 95%. There are a few very, very small topics, and we're going to cover that as well. So just let me know in the today's video about B plus tree. If you haven't understood anything, you can just discuss on. And yeah, we'll see you in the next class.